So
Or
let me ask you this. What do you know about parallelograms?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. So a parallelogram, all right, this right here, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
It's a parallelogram. So what we know here, okay,
Mhm.
bear with me 1 second. Okay, so what we know here, all right, is that this side, okay, and this side are the same length, okay, and they
Mhm.
are parallel, all right?
Yeah.
And then this side and this side, okay, well,
Yeah.
are the same lengths and they are parallel, right?
Okay.
So since they're parallel like that, right,
Mhm.
we now know, okay, that if this line continued on, right,
Mhm.
and this line continued on, right,
Yeah.
these angles right here, all right, are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180, all
Okay.
right? So that's because that's a straight line, right? Remember when we used to talk about that in class?
Yeah.
All right. So this angle here, right?
Mhm.
This angle, they both add up to 180. All right. And then same thing here, okay?
Mhm.
If this line was to continue on, right? We know that this angle and this angle would be congruent, all right? And then this angle here and this angle here would be congruent, okay? And again, a straight line, okay, the angle of a straight line is 180. So this angle here, angle A, and angle B, okay, if you add those two up, they add up to 180.
Okay.
So that being said, now, and again, I haven't video, um, we have to solve for X or solve for Y, all right,
Yeah.
in order to start. So that being said, let me just do this real quick. I want to erase this. Okay. So using this, what we have, all right,
Yeah.
we've got these equations. We know we're talking about this angle here, all right. We're talking about this angle here, okay,
Yeah.
and this here, okay. Um, and what we need to do is we need to solve for X or for Y, all right? So this angle, we're going to call this angle A, okay? We're going to call this angle over here B, okay? These, right, are going to be congruent,
Okay.
okay? Because we know that we've got parallel lines. So since they're congruent, all right, I'm going to say 2x equals 12y plus 8, right?
Mhm.
Now, can we reduce this? Can we solve for x here or figure out what x might be equal to?
Yeah.
How can I do that?
Um. You would have to subtract on this side, right? Or divide.
So I'm dividing by 2, right?
Yeah.
So if I divide by 2, now I know that
X
x is equal to what?
equals to 6. 6y plus 4. What do you
Okay.
say?
So now that I know that, right? Now
Yeah.
that I know what x equals, right?
Yeah.
Now what I can do is I can just substitute that in. So I know that these two equations, right? If x is equal to 6y plus 4, right?
Yeah.
Now, hold on one second. If I know that x is equal to 6y plus 4. Oh, well, hold on a second. I got a better way to do this. Hold on one second.
All right.
Because we can solve for y, because we already know that these two angles are supplementary. All right. So
Yeah.
here, all right. So we called this angle A up here, right? And this we're going to call that C. All right. A plus C equals 180. So I'm going to say 180 equals this plus this. Okay. So 180 equals 12y plus 8, right?
Yeah.
Plus 5y plus 2. And that is, this here is angle A, and this here is angle C, right? So
Yeah.
now let's simplify this. We've got 12y plus 5y. So walk me through simplifying this equation. Let's combine like terms.
5 out of 12.
12y plus 5y is what?
That's 17.
Okay. And plus 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is what?
10.
Plus 10, right?
Yeah.
So now what do we have to do in order to, we need to get our whole numbers on one side and we need to get our variables on the other, right? So what do we have to do there?
10 out of 180, right?
Subtract 10 and subtract 10. And now we've got 170 equals 17y, right?
Yeah.
And what are we going to do there?
We're going to divide. It's going to give us y equals 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get 10 for y.
Okay, so you got 10 for y, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's call that 10, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do we know about B and C?
B and C are 180.
Okay, so if you add those up, they're equal to 180, right? So let's go up here, all right, and we know that B plus C equals 180. So bear with me, it's just a little hard to write up here. 180 equals B plus C. So we got 180 is equal to B, which is what? What's angle B?
2x, right?
Yeah. Plus, and what's C?
C is, it's small. It's 5y plus 2, right?
Uh-huh. Now, what do we know that Y is equal to?
Y equals 10.
Okay, so we got 180 equals 2x plus 5 times what?
10.
Huh? 10 plus
Yeah.
2, right? So now we've got 180 equals 2x
Plus
plus 50 plus
2.
2. Okay, we're getting a little messy here. So now 50 plus 2 we know is 52, right?
Yeah.
And we got 2x plus 52, right?
Yeah.
Equals 180. I'm going to come back down here. So 180, we're going to subtract 52 from both sides. We subtract 52 from both sides. So 180 minus 52.
Gives you 128.
128. Okay. Equals 2x. And x, okay, we divide by 2 and we divide by 2. So x is equal to 64. Is that right? So we come up with x equals 64. And let me just go back over here. And we got y equals 10 and x is equal to 64.
Yeah, and I had put 26.
And oh, you would put what had you put there?
I had 26 for x.
26. Okay. But does that make sense? So what we did was we were here, right? We solved for y because we knew that what you call A and C added up to 180. Okay. So now let's come over here. Okay. So here, right? We have to solve for x or for y. Now, what do we know about this side and this side?
They're 180, right?
Well, actually, in this case, right, we're dealing with sides. We don't know the length of the sides. That's what we have to find out. Okay. So angles, we know that these angles would be supplementary. Okay. We don't know what they are. All right. So what we have to do is we have to we've got to somehow we've got to set these equal to each other. We got to solve for either x or for y. All right.
Okay.
So since we know that this side and this side are equal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got y is equal to
Mau pagi orang masih tutunin na kami kali.
Kami putih.
Kali.
Kami dengan.
Pumapaliw bata naman. Coach. Coach.